In March 1999, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization launched an aerial bombing campaign against Yugoslavia. Operation Allied Force began without the approval of the United Nations Security Council, as Russia and China stated that they would veto such a proposal. The reason for NATO's intervention was Yugoslavia's refusal to sign the Rambouillet Agreement, under which it would accept the sending of a 30,000-strong NATO peacekeeping force to Kosovo to end the Kosovo War. The bombardments were aimed at forcing Yugoslavia to withdraw from Kosovo, hitting it militarily and financially. The airstrikes destroyed industrial facilities, hospitals, schools, cultural monuments, private companies, barracks, bridges, and so on. All NATO members participated to some extent, with the exception of Greece. The Greek government joined NATO's war planning, but not actively, due to the huge reaction of the Greek people. Greece's participation concerned its ports, military bases and infrastructure, which NATO used to deploy its forces undisturbed. The only Greek military action was to send some warships to the Adriatic Sea, as part of NATO's naval surveillance of the area. One of the ships that were ordered to advance into the Adriatic and join the NATO fleet was the destroyer HS Themistoklis D-221, on which Sub-Lieutenant Marinos Ritsoudis was serving. The Greek officer did not want to go to the Adriatic, because he did not feel right to take part in the heavy bombardment against Yugoslavia. 2 days before the departure of the ship for the Adriatic, Ritsoudis met with Archbishop Christodoulos, to whom he shared his concerns. Later, he visited Father Georgios Metalinos, whom he did not know personally, and explained to him what he intended to do. Father Metalinos advised him to follow his conscience, but, at the same time, to think about the consequences that the implementation of his decision would have. On the same day, Ritsoudis informed his commander and the prosecutor of the court-martial that he refused to obey the boarding order to the HS Themistoklis, for reasons of conscience. The officer's trial took place on Wednesday, April 21, at the court-martial. Ritsoudis came along with Father Metalinos, who came to defend him. Crowds had gathered outside the court-martial, both from labor and religious organizations, and ordinary citizens, in order to express their support for the Greek officer. In his apology, Ritsoudis stated, "I had two paths to choose from. I have chosen the one you have above you, showing the image of Christ above the presidency, whom I also put above all, because the law of God is above everything. It's everyone's conscience." The prosecutor of the court-martial asked for the exemplary punishment of the sub-lieutenant, saying that his behavior was dangerous for the army. Citing the military penal code, he demanded his discharge, as well as the imposition of 3 years in prison. Eventually, Ritsoudis was sentenced to 2 years and 6 months in prison, with a 3-year suspension, a decision which was accepted with applause by those gathered. As expected, the first instance Board of Inquiry unanimously decided to discharge him, for disobedience to the execution of an order. Ritsoudis appealed to the Athens Administrative Court of Appeal, requesting the cancellation of his discharge, and his re-entry into the armed forces. There, he reiterated that he could not, for reasons of religious belief, take part in actions and military operations against his fellow believers and unarmed civilians. In 2001, his appeal was rejected, and the Navy administration proceeded with his final discharge. Ritsoudis also appealed to the European Court, but he did not succeed in being acquitted there either. The Serbs did not forget his act, and wanted to reciprocate it to him. The Serbian embassy in Athens sought out Ritsoudis, to see if he would accept a medal and a reward for his act. Ritsoudis said he was surprised that they did not forget him after so many years, and wanted to express their love for his deed. In January 2018, Marinos Ritsoudis was honored by the Patriarch of Serbia Irenaeus, with the Medal of the Order of Saint Emperor Constantine. The Patriarch stated that, "He did what great souls and great personalities do. We have no words to thank him for this action, and that is why we decided to grant him this distinction." Ritsoudis described his decision to support a nation fighting a much larger enemy as a fantastic feeling. He said, I am very proud of this moment, that I have gifted both to myself and to your people. This is the common story that unites me with my beliefs and the beliefs of the Serbs. Due to the feelings caused by Ritsoudis' story to the Serbian nation, some young Serbs created a graffiti in his honor, on February 21, 2018, with the Greek and Serbian flags in the background, which reads, "As an Orthodox, I cannot participate in an attack on a fraternal nation." Ritsoudis refused the honorary pension that the Serbs wanted to give him, saying that he wanted nothing, and that all the money should go to the brave people of Serbia, who fought against everyone and without luck. After his dismissal from the Navy, Ritsoudis enlisted in the Merchant Navy, graduated as a yacht master, and still works as a yacht captain. Marinos Ritsoudis preferred to sacrifice a very promising career in the Navy, rather than go against his conscience. As he stated, "I have never regretted it." What are your thoughts of Ritsoudis' actions? What would you do in his place? Write your opinion down in the comments.